Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Craft Beer Voyager Show. I'm your host, Michael Thacker. Today, I'm here at the Tipsy Oak, located in the heart of Dallas-Fort Worth, in the city of Arlington, right next to the Cowboys Stadium, as well as Rangers Stadium. And I'm here with Kevin, the owner, founder of the Tipsy Oak. Kevin, how are you doing today?
Wonderful. Thanks for being here, Michael.
Oh yeah, thank you for having me.
Beautiful day.
It is. It's a gorgeous day. Only in Texas do you see this, and then this weekend it's going to be like high as 64.
We'll take advantage of what we have today.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. That sounds good. You got some live music playing. Who you got going on
We
over there?
got Tim Georgieff and his duet called Crushed. It's kind of dueling pianos with the little vocals there. It's very engaging with the guests, and they seem to like it a lot.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. They sound pretty good. I'm sure everybody can hear it in the background and enjoy the music as we speak here.
Right.
And from the beginning of everything, what kind of got you to come up with the idea of the Tipsy Oak, and as well as its location necessarily?
Right. Well, there's obviously with the construction and the big corporate stuff.
Yeah.
I think downtown Arlington was missing. It was really more of an opportunity of avoid the marketplace of having some cool Austinish type patio restaurants.
Yeah.
And we ran across and met with Ryan Dotson, who's the main developer for this whole entire Urban Union project, and fell in love with his vision and fell in love with the lot, and the wheels just got turning, and we created the Tipsy Oak. Yeah,
that's awesome. That's a heck of a deal. Yeah, it seems like there's several different craft beer spots over here, including the breweries as well.
There's two local breweries within a rock throw. The Legal Draft Brewery, which is our neighbor, and they were kind of the first anchor tenant of this whole Urban Union project.
Yeah.
And then across the railroad tracks is Division Brewery, who's got a great reputation of doing some fantastic brews themselves.
Yeah, they
so
do, yeah.
Why not get close to them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So
Absolutely.
it's a great community interaction.
Yeah, has there been any other new places over there as far as the beer goes? Has there been?
There's the On Tap Growler Bar.
Yeah,
which
I remember that.
right over there,
one day.
and then the two breweries, and then obviously we are a facilitator of serving craft beer and cocktails and great food, and we've got quite a rotation. So we try to certainly give the DFW breweries an opportunity to have their product here at the Tipsy Oak.
Yeah. Gosh, I forgot who I was. I think maybe it was Division a couple years ago when they kind of first opened. I was talking with them about how people are saying they're so crazy for building a brewery in Arlington because Arlington was not really had anything going on at the time.
Right.
Everybody's either Dallas-based or you're Fort Worth-based.
Right.
And now we're starting to see things in the middle really, conjure up.
It's happening, and those guys obviously are a few years ahead of us, but it takes a little bit of vision and huevos. But the location's perfect. You got all the corporate stuff right down the street. You've got the stadiums. You've got downtown Arlington community. I think it's just there's so many people that we talk to are having to drive to Fort Worth or drive to Dallas to look for venues like this or to get around more breweries, but this is just a great location, so it's we're excited about it.
Yeah, actually, speaking of the stadium, there was somebody I was talking to one day about living up in the Northeast and how you get done at a baseball game or something, you walk right over to the bar.
Yeah.
Instead here, everybody gets done and they go home because it's so far to get in, and now y'all are finding that people are having options to come right down the road.
For sure.
Boom, here they are.
And
I
think once this whole complex is developed, it's going to be walker friendly. It'll have the Austinish vibe. It'll have the vibe of a lot of other major cities, which is has been lacking. And that's the opportunity. There's a lot of the corporate people that are going to the stadiums. Live in far north Dallas and don't want to come have dinner here and then have to drive back late. But there's plenty of opportunity just with all the local Arlington people, and the community has just been wonderful and has embraced everything that we've done so far. So it's been awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. The DFW itself is kind of new to the whole craft beer and really to the whole community structure. I mean, it's a new growing place in its entirety.
Right.
And we're just seeing so much growth happen and so much excitement. you know, it really is an exciting time to be in Dallas Fort
For
Worth.
sure. Well, back in my previous life when we built a brewery in 1995, which was the first one in Tarrant County, people said we were crazy. But, you know, the Northeast and Northwest, just so many other places abroad are 10, 15 years ahead of DFW. So there's definitely plenty of room to grow in the craft beer world.
Yeah,
sure.
exactly.
And, you know, as chefs, we get excited and want to create new dishes infusing different beers. So there's all kinds of different styles to play around with now.
Yeah, no, that's the cool thing. That brings me to the next question. You know, what type of food do you have? And, you know, I know you have done some, sauces and stuff infused with local beer.
Right,
you know?
right. Just have fun, right? You know, I think it's just it's neat watching. With our vehicle, there's still a lot of people that are ignorant to craft beer.
Oh yeah.
So part of our mission has always been to educate the community on these things. You know, there's just so many people. All they know is their husband has a 12-pack of Coors Light in the refrigerator, and they don't like beer. But you take them a couple of tasters of some ciders or some just conversion type beers, and they would have no idea. Mm-hmm. Or if you make an ice cream sauce using beer, and you take them a sundae and say, "So how'd you like your sundae?" And they say, "It was fantastic." Well, that had beer in it.
Yeah.
And they're like, "No way," So
that didn't taste like Coors Light.
Yeah, no, there's a lot better breweries around here
to
produce some great quality beers. So we want to have fun with it and expose people to this wonderful trend that's happening.
Yeah, have you come up with any new ideas here lately on infusing sauces?
The wheels are always turning.
Yeah, it's always going on that end.
It's just part of the fun that we have on the inside of creating things and pairing items and creating dishes that are infused with beer. So
you have any new stuff though? I mean, what do you have on list?
We have a few that we're doing with whiskey right now.
Oh wow!
So there's actually a couple of local whiskey companies. One 9-banded right out of Austin who are in town often, and we've done a lot with their sauces. Done some demi glazes and some different stuff. The Legal Draft Brewery right next door, we use their IPA in our fish and chips, which is our top seller.
Yeah.
So it's endless. Yeah.
Yeah, you can just come up with all kinds of different stuff.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Especially when you're sipping on a beer, you're like, I got an idea. This would be really good with some food.
Exactly. And a lot of our ideas come from just surveying the guests and say, what would you like to have? There's a lot of dive bars or institutional greasy spoon type places that have been around a long time. So there hasn't been a venue that where we'll do whatever they want.
Yeah, innovative, creative
people always
ideas.
Ask me, what's on your menu? I said, well, it's changing all the time because guests are asking for this, they're asking for that, and we bring it in, we do it for them.
Yeah.
We'll name it after them, whatever. So we want the guests to kind of be involved in this whole evolution of the Tipsy Oak and how it's growing and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's been a lot of fun.
That's awesome. I love what you're doing here. That's for sure. And so, what are your future hopes and aspirations for the Tipsy Oak ultimately? I know you kind of spoken briefly about what you're planning on doing.
Yeah, well, our we haven't even been open a year yet. We're 8 months into it. We're early. Obviously, this whole area was spearheaded with Legal Draft being the first big anchor tenant, and then us kind of being the first restaurant in town. But this whole project that Ryan Dotson's developing, we'd like to do a couple other concepts and have it all right here in the same backyard, and a lot of that direction has been coming from guest feedback and surveying and what the community is looking for in this area that's in a great spot.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you're talking about across the street doing some things and adding across this part of the street.
There's a lot of opportunity, and we'll hopefully here soon we'll be announcing some really cool stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. And of course, you're having live music. How often do you have live music?
Typically every Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. We've recently added tonight, Tuesday night, and then we did it Sunday as well. Our Sunday business has been really strong. A lot of families, a lot of after church crowd, a lot of large groups, and we're like, well, shoot, we're doing this. Why not? Let's keep that. The lights and the music going along with the food and the beer. So
absolutely. That's really
it's been fun. So we're tweaking every day on what we can do to be better.
Yeah, that's good. And at the same time, you're helping local artists and everything like that come into the deal.
It's a wonderful thing. There's in other cities or other places I've been, there's a lot of lip service, but truly in Arlington, the local business owners and operators have all been extremely supportive of each other.
That's right.
Even
Working
collaborations
together,
or just, hey, what can we do for you? Hey, we're under construction. Everyone kind of pitching in and helping out. Hey, we're doing this venue over here. Can we? It's just been wonderful on how everyone has a vested interest in everybody being successful, and you don't get that very often. Where it's really truly coming from the heart.
Exactly.
So we all have a vested interest in Urban Union being the best place to go in DFW, and it's happening.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's all about community, helping each other.
It's feel good business.
There's more than enough to go around for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. But giving back and sharing is part of my wife and I. We love being involved in that activity, and it's breathing. It's vibrant in this area for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. I love it. That's for sure. And do you have any immediate plans of like kind of expanding your beer and food menu? Like, you have any new stuff coming in?
Well,
any new releases.
The beer, the quantity of beers. I think I've had the large taps, and we're down. We have 32 taps, and we've really kind of. Since there's definitely an extreme fight for tap handles with all the breweries in town.
Yeah, sure.
But it's from our perspective, it's hopefully it forces breweries to be always thinking about quality. And always be thinking about diversification of what they brew or what their particular niches are. But we always want to have a lot of variety. But at the end of the day, our guests kind of dictate what we have. So if people want tap handles, they better be on their mark and creating great brews. And we got a home for them. But they need to create the demand, and we'll carry it.
That sounds good. Anything like kind of new? I mean,
the beer you're trying right now, the Manhattan, we just brought on about a month ago, and it's been extremely popular. Obviously our good friends next door at Legal Draft, we've got their No Herba Texas. They just launched their 19.2 Tall Boys. So we do those. $4 all day, every day, and
that's good. That's
we try to keep a good core, to keep a good flow and good rotation going up the product, keep it always fresh. And then we've got about 7 or 8 rotators. So we're now going through a seasonal change. It's beautiful out today, and so we'll kind of adjust the entire lineup according to season as well.
I have to say that this beer right here from Manhattan is actually pretty good.
It's
I mean, like when you're smelling it, especially as it's warmed up and you're outside, it smells like a brewery. Like right now, it smells like malts, but the citrus has a little dank aroma in there. It's just wonderful. Really good beer. And
we've got the Shannon Brewery, who's a good friend of ours. They've really ramped up their program and made a lot of changes. His peach wheat has just been going crazy. So
people tend to like that. That's for sure. He's always coming up with good ideas. I like O'Shannon. He's a good guy, that's for sure. And what is your favorite personal dish in beer so far? Not to put you on the spot.
That's loaded. Well, I tell you, I don't know if I have a favorite, just because I like experimenting.
Exactly.
I'm not a sophisticated beer drinker, but I know what I like. Division Brewery creates some spectacular beers, and it's a relatively smaller brewery, so they're not like a lot. Their niche is different.
They have a unique niche.
So his lineup is a lot broader, and he's creating a lot of spectacular beers that we fly through on tap, but he's got several that I like a lot.
I actually just went over there a couple weeks ago for the article for Dallas Observer on the sour beers. They did the Bramble Bush. Sour beer is pretty good, but one of them that caught my attention most, that Lava Lamp beer. Where it's separate.
Okay. Well, we're talking about doing that over here, so it's a wow factor thing, isn't it?
It is. That is crazy. It stays separated the entire time. I think it was the Bramble Bush and Hazy IPA. And we were talking about it, like, okay, I guess the gravity is different within the ratio. So one's lighter and heavier, and It never blends. It says that was the wildest thing.
Wade is a genius. He does a great job with this whole program. So we love those guys.
Yeah, no, they're definitely pretty innovative on that end, that's for sure. And so, what type of events will you be hosting this year or attending?
Well, we've got there's a lot going on. There's obviously between all the entertainment we're doing here, we've got that keeps us busy. We've been catering a lot to the Arlington Music Hall for a lot of their big acts over there. We've got the Legal Draft 3-year anniversary party coming up next weekend.
You're going to kind of be a part of that?
Well, we're neighbors. You got to support your neighbor, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, and then the following weekend, they've got a huge Husky event, and we'll get involved in that as well.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But so there's always that's part of the whole agenda of this area here is to always have different venues with different things going on to where it's walker friendly and you can get a taste of a whole lot of different things in a couple blocks. So we'll keep getting creative and coming up with some stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. That's cool. Yeah. And of course we already talked about the last thing of it on there. You're pretty involved locally. Yes, I mean obviously.
Yeah.
So that's good, man.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to recommend for people whenever they come out this way as far as trying your stuff?
I'll tell you, now that the weather's beautiful, it's, the charm of this building, it really just takes on a whole different personality at night with all the lights going on, the music on, and the fire pits lit. It's just, it's a really chill, relaxed environment where you can come get some great quality drinks and food and have a great time and just relax.
Yeah, that's awesome. I definitely love that. And you have to train every once in a while.
Well, it costs us an awful lot to bring in this steampunk version of this thing. So, but it seems to be working. People like it.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
especially if they really admire trains.
One phone call to Buffett, it's amazing what he'll do for you.
Thank you for doing that. Yeah. No, that's pretty cool. And the good thing is it's not like, super loud. It's not like they're coming through at high speed. I mean, it's pretty good.
It's not obnoxious, but the kids like it.
We
have a lot of children that come, and people always will call and say, hey, is your place kid friendly or is it dog friendly?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You bring the whole family, bring the dog, come down and just let your hair down and relax and have a good time.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm sure kids get a kick. I know my daughter would sit here and, look, the train, and they'd be mesmerized. So. Then that gives the parents a break for a moment to, thank God they're mesmerized over there. Yeah, stay like that for a little while. Right. Finish this.
Well, it's good to bring them out here and get them off their laptops and get it,
exactly.
Get the children out and about and have a good time.
Yeah, I love it. Well, you definitely have done a wonderful job here, man. That's for sure.
I appreciate it.
In a short amount of time as well.
Yeah.
It's like you said, been 8 months at this particular point.
Yeah, we opened by the end of July.
Yeah, and I was about to say, because I think I came here at the end of June one time, and it still wasn't finished and everything. We talked and everything, showed me around, and so you definitely done a fantastic job with it and everything.
It's been a fun project.
Yeah, I'm sure on that. Fun and long, the balance there.
Yeah.
That's good. I really appreciate you taking your time,
thanks
Kevin.
For being here.
And so if you ever get a chance, you're in the DFW area, come over here to Arlington, check out the Tipsy Oak. You won't be disappointed. You can get some great food, great brews, and have a lot of fun and watch some live music, and it'll be all good in the hood of Arlington.
That's right.
So thank you for listening, and have a wonderful evening, and cheers.